Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's falconpaladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today, it's going to be Serral versus Clem on Babylon. You can tell by the map name that it's not from the current map pool. This is from March of last year. I wanted to cast a Serral replay, but because of the fact that Blizzard broke the ability to load replays into the client from the last ESL winter, which is the last time Serral was in a Premier tournament, I had to go back. So, this is from the previous patch, but that is A-okay, because ZVT was not very affected by the latest balance patch. And hey, bottom right, it's going to be Clem, and in the top left, it is Serral. That's right, Serral is back on the channel, going for a 16 or 15 hat, or 15 pool here, a pool first play, not a 13 pool, not a 12 pool, but a little bit of a later pool, but it is a pool first play here. So, let's see what Clem is going to do. Is he going to scout it? Is he just going to go ahead and do a 1 Rax expand here with a Reaper? We will have to see. These two players bring out the best of each other, and I am excited to see what this early Ling pressure will do to Clem. So hit that like button. Happy Sunday, everybody. And let's go ahead and see what's going on here on Babylon. Yep, so it's going to be a Reaper. Are we going to scout? Are we going to scout? Yes. Yes. Good job, Clem. Good job scouting. So he will see. He will see these Lings moving across the map. 2 sets of them. So there's going to be 4. Gas being harvested by 2 drones. Is that a mistake? Or is that intentional? I think because it's Serral, it is intentional. And ta-da! Now we know to leave the Reaper at home to defend the command center. This Reaper's name is Rick Astley. He's never going to give you up. Thank you, Waldo, for the submission. Yep, see? Turning around. Run, Steve. Run. No. No, Steve. We love you. We hardly knew thee. Good job, though, man. Oh, tried to save him with the Reaper. Couldn't quite pull it off, unfortunately. He will avenge the death of Steve, though, by killing this slow Ling. So that's got to feel pretty good. Yeah, command center comes up thanks to the bravery and the sacrifice of Steve. Third base coming in here from Serral. Queen's popping. There you go. Creep spreading with that first bit of Queen energy. Not using an inject there, right? With the 25 energy going for the creep tumor in first. That's how much Serral... There you go. That's how much he values the concept of creep spread here, especially in this matchup. You have that creep spread, you're a happier camper. That's faux show. So, metabolic boost is on the way. Outside here on Clem's side of things, we do have a tech lab on a barracks. A couple Hellions. A little bit of Hellion and Reaper pressure here happening. Nothing too crazy out of Clem. And he does have that 3rd CC coming up sub 3 minutes. So, yeah, not a ton of pressure happening. Just a little bit just to keep Serral honest so he doesn't drone up to 80 workers in 3.5 minutes. Which is not exactly what Zerg players could do. But, man, it sure feels like it, Terrans, doesn't it? You don't harass them. It feels like they've got a good ability to make 100 million workers. Ooh, what a beautiful placement on those Lings of that Reaper hop-up spot. That was great. That is Serral we're talking about, everybody. Did you see the video from Artosis where he was basically mad at people who say that Serral is the greatest of all time? I think his argument was that it's Rogue. And I mean, I don't know. I hear him. Rogue's really, really good. Rogue's back for military now. That's very fun. Good to have him back. He's always fun to watch. He is one of the greatest players ever. It's just tough. It's tough, especially when you're comparing foreigners to Korean players, right? Because, yeah, Rogue's resume includes a bunch of GSLs. Serral doesn't live in Korea, so he can't compete in the GSLs. So he's not even eligible for those wins. Like, I don't know. And then there's a bunch of stuff, too, during the region lock era, where Rogue couldn't play in certain, like, WCS tournaments that Serral won. So it's, yeah, it's just tough to compare back and forth there. And I don't know. I really don't know. The other problem, at least for me, is that you can't really look at head-to-head comparisons for, oh yeah, who was the better player at ZVZs for Rogue and Serral because ZVZ is a garbage matchup. It really is. I don't put a lot of stock into who beats somebody else in a ZVZ. I don't think it means they're a better player. I just think it means the matchup is really stupid, and it comes down to build orders a lot of the time. And, you know, there's a tiny bit of lag, and suddenly 10 of your lings die to a single baneling. You're done. That's it. That's the whole game. And other matchups aren't like that. I mean, I guess on some level, a disruptor shot, maybe catching a bunch of your units in a PvP or a PvT can kind of feel like bullcrap. But in the early game, lings and banes, just one little mistake, you can play perfectly, and then you die. So, I don't know. There's all these weird cheeses in there, too. Good Overlord pick off there. Like, you know, pulling the boys, bringing a bunch of drones early, spine crawler rushing with a bunch of lings, and it's like, I don't know. If you win with that or if you lose with that, I'm not entirely sure I put much stock in it, you know? Anyway, Serral's doing his traditional stop everything that the Terran player is trying to do maneuver. Shutting down every attempt to get onto the creep, shutting down every attempt to kill a hatchery. He's just got units in the right places at the right times here. Infestation Pit is on the way here from Serral. This is the strategy that Zerg intended, or was intended to play by Blizzard when StarCraft 2 was released. It took a while, it took many years for Zergs to get here. Serral was the first one to be like, oh. So we have all these great defensive capabilities. We have this creep for vision purposes and for speed purposes. Let's use it. Let's use it to macro up. And Blizzard was like, thank you. Somebody finally did it. So Clem's going pretty heavily medevac here. Not necessarily drops. Cervical Hooks is finishing in 4 seconds. That's going to help a lot, especially on this creep. But yeah, Serral's losing some lings, losing some banelings, killing it. I mean, there's a couple Marines that have died here too. No Marines have died yet. 1 SCV, 1 Hellion, and 1 Reaper. Again, sounds like a joke. A Reaper, a Hellion, and an SCV walk into a bar. Siege Tank not quite in range of that hatchery, decides not to go for it. Oh, did he sneak this? Did he peep this? Did he peep this little bit of a surround attempt that Serral tried? That's so smart. That is so smart. Okay. Man, Clem. So he's like, we'll take out my aggression on killing these rocks. These queens this deep off creep. And he's going for the surround. There it is. Bringing it from the other side. Does get us around. A couple Marines do die there, but how many? 3. 3 Marines got killed in that engagement. Not that big of a deal. Great pickup time reaction there from Clem. This is why we love Clem so much. Drilling Claws on the way. He's going to be adding Widow Mines to this composition. Très bien aussi. And Hellbat does not get picked up and saved because Hellbats are chunky. They're hard to fit in these medevacs. That's going to be a cancel, though. Maybe. No, not a cancel. Serral is in position good enough, but that means he kind of abandons this southern position. And no, he's going to go into the main base, decides not to, comes down to this 5th base bottom left. And 5 bases, man. He has got a lot of bases here. He doesn't target fire the hatchery directly. Now he does, and he gets it. Hey, there we go. What do we say about TVZ? How many hatcheries can you kill as tanks get left behind and murdered? Excellent little bit of avenging there by Serral's lings. Well, this is great, man. This is exactly why you clicked on this replay and this VOD, is because you wanted to see how Clem did against Serral, who is in contention for being the greatest of all time StarCraft 2 player. Artosis will disagree with you. One of the interesting things, though, was that he basically said he didn't want to talk about it on Twitter because he didn't post the video that he posted, where he talked about it on Twitter. But then, like, people that tried to engage with him on Twitter about it, he's like, I don't want to engage on Twitter. Make a video about it, and I'll talk about it there. And I'm like, but okay, man. That's cool. I don't think this counts as me making a video about it. Widow Mine catching some baneling shots. Widow Mine's not really firing on anything, because Serral's so good at just kind of dodging here. God, it's micro on both sides. Crazy. Queen gets sniped by a Widow Mine. Another Queen gets transfused to try to help her stay alive. Widow Mine's getting picked out here. Coming down the left side, Clem is going to force another cancel. We are engaging in 2 places at once. Banelings target fired. Too many lings on the other side. They don't have Adrenal yet. They very, very closely do. 4 seconds remaining on that upgrade. They're going to have Adrenal and 1-1. 2-2's finishing up for those guys. 2-2 finishing up for the Marines and the Marauders as well for Clem. He's been casually expanding behind this, building more command centers, keeping all the pressure on the Zerg, killing hatches, making it harder to expand, but suddenly it seems like Serral has a lot of Lings and Banes with the Adrenal everywhere that Clem is trying to go. Every bit of creep he gets rid of, there's more creep. There's a drop in the main base. Parasitic Bomb takes down a medevac. But the dudes inside the main base, they've got 3 medevacs remaining and too much responding. Clem, bam, diving down to the bottom side here too. This game is bonkers. Widow Mines connecting all over the place. Is there enough? My gosh, this is high-level TVZ, man. Absolutely crazy good high-level TVZ. I've been posting some ZVTs from GSL. I don't know if they're reaching the level of this. And this isn't Korean stuff, man. None of these dudes are Korean. Alright, so now Serral, the question is, now that he has Adrenal in 2-2, is it time to be on the offensive? I don't know. Usually want something a little bit beefier than Lings and Banes here. Hydras are a good answer in this current meta. Ultras I'm not a big fan of, but a Hydrodan is coming down from Serral. I love the one Cyclone. I think just kill the Baneling with it. Is that like an accidental Cyclone make? He's not going into mech or anything. He's just got a single Cyclone here. I guess, well, it's dead now, but he had a Cyclone for a minute. Yeah, this is a lot of Zerg, dude. Another Parasitic Bomb takes down yet another medevac, but great split by Clem means more don't go down. Banelings are not doing a great job connecting here. They are exploding, but the Marines in the back line, yeah, the Marauders stay in the front. Counterattack by Serral. Nice Parasitic Bomb again. Immediate split by Clem. Lings running into the natural base at the same time. There's some chaos over there. Clem pulls back to try to deal with this because there are Lings and Banes. Not the SCVs. Why? 15 SCVs go down. 2-2 Adrenal Lings, everybody. They are mean. They will eat your lunch and then take your lunch money. Why do you have lunch money and a lunch? I don't know. Widowmine does get a decent hit, immediately dies for it. That is Serral's superpower. One of them, man, is that Widowmines, yeah, they might kill stuff. Usually they'll die before they kill stuff, but if they do kill stuff, they're not going to kill more than one group of stuff because they will be picked off after getting a group of kills. See, 0 kills on this Widowmine. He's alive. 194 to 187 supply. Both players are at the peak of their powers right now. Actually, they don't have the full upgrade. So +3 infantry weapons is finished. Group down south, group down north. This is very classic. Both the best Terran players do this. Maru does this. Clem does this. Widowmine gets a group of Lings, but once again, ooh, another good hit. But both Widowmines that got their good hits are now dead. Fighting back, Marauders do not trade very well against Lings with +2 attack and Adrenal. Yeah, so bottom left base from Serral is back. He's expanded up this way too for his 6th base, but Clem's up in the top right for 5 bases of his own. The aggression's been insane on both sides. And we're looking at incredible macro too. This is what makes these players as good as they are, is their ability to macro while simultaneously expanding a billion times. Not many players can keep up with this, man. Infestor's on the way from Serral. Another attack to the bottom left. Guess who's in position to deal with it? Serral is the Finn. He's in military service, but he's still competing in the upcoming ESL. Is there enough here? I love this Liberator being like, one Zergling, one Zergling, one Zergling. Not quite enough, man. This group up north too. Oh my gosh. Clem's an absolute monster. This game has been more action-packed in 14 minutes than most other ZVTs that I cast. Knew there was a reason I dug this replay out. No, this group's not happening. This group is going to get the hatch, though, 2nd time today. This 5th hatch in the bottom left goes down. Clem is poking and prodding at Serral's hatcheries, trying to slow this man's macro down. But yeah, the good news is that Serral, even though he's in military service, compulsory military service for Finland, he can compete in StarCraft 2 events, whereas Koreans cannot. So that's good. So we're going to see Serral. I don't know how much time he has to practice necessarily. Fungal. No! Beautiful snipe on that infester. Get out of here with your fungal growth, says Clem. But then the rest of the units, there's a lot of them. There might not be an infester here, but there's a lot of Ling, Bane, Hydra, Blinding Cloud getting tossed down. Planetary might get busted. The counterattack here is insane. Yes, Planetary does go down, but marching in the other way, another hatch is going to go down. And oh, maybe responding Lings and Banes here. Got to pre-split a little bit. Don't get too greedy, says Clem. Deals with it. Comes in, gets the hatch. A hatch for a Planetary. The bottom left base never came back from Serral. There are ghosts in the comp now from Clem. Clem's expanded down this bottom left here too. He's got a group at the top side. How well defended is this? Not very. Clem catching a bunch of... Where are these drones trying to go? I don't know, but that's a GG. And Clem gets the game 1 victory in our sneaky twofer. What a fantastic display. This is a pig replay. I didn't mention that. Check him out. I'll put a link to his Twitch and his YouTube in the description. But my gosh, what a game that was. Yeah, you kill 3 hatcheries, you kill 15 drones in 15 minutes, and lose a Planetary of your own with 25 SCVs. You too can defeat the great Serral. Clem, you absolute madman. I cannot believe you pulled that off. That was incredibly sick. I thought the counterattack was the beginning of the end. But then he manages to have another group down south, sneak up here, deal with the responding units to take down this 4th base. And then these drones die, and I think this 6th base was going to die too. So absolutely, fantastically, unapproachably, incredible showing of how to play TVZ there from Clem. Let's see. Let's see what our next display of TVZ is gonna be. But quick check here. 31,000 resources lost from Serral, 22 from Clem. Just the micro here, man. The APM of 460 to 500 on average in this game for both of these players. How do they play this fast? They play fast. That's how they play. Only 100 Marines died in 15 minutes, which is kind of impressive. I guess there were only 29 at the end of the game. So, I mean, the Marauder count was heavy. The Ghosts never really came into play unless there were some snipes on Vipers, which I didn't see, or maybe an EMP. But GG, let's see what Game 2 has in store for us. Wow. Game 2 of the Sneaky Twofer is here on Royal Blood. Again, this is part of Pigfest 3.0. It was back in March 2023. Again, check Pig out on Twitch and YouTube. Top right, it's going to be Clem. Bottom left, going to be Serral. Man, Game 1. That felt a lot longer than 15 minutes. Holy smokes. I do love casting these two players. They bring out the best of each other, which I said at the beginning of the replay, but man, they proved it in Game 1. So, let's see if Clem can defeat Serral 2 times in a row here, or maybe Serral will even it up for our sneaky twofer. Terry the Overlord moving out. We've got merch at falconpaladin.store with Terry's face on it, as well as Steve the SCV, who again is a hard-working man inside an SCV suit. He has a drill to defend him, but little else, as evidenced by the fact that he died in the last game. So, extractor pool opening here from Serral. I guess it's to defend against proxies. Clem's proxies are very, very good, as all elite Terran players are. So it's going to be an extractor pool hatch opening here from Serral here on Royal Blood. So there's a Reaper on the way. I'm actually out of Reaper names at this point. So if you want to go ahead and submit a Reaper name, you can in the comments. You don't have to do a backstory, but you can. Just put a Reaper name in a comment, put the Reaper name next to it, and then a backstory if you're inclined. But you don't have to. So metabolic boosts on the way here. Pulling 2 workers off of gas, leaving 1. So this Reaper's name is going to be Tichondrius. That's right, it's Tichondrius. I'm pretty sure that's the name of a demon in World of Warcraft. Let's find out. Tichondrius. Yeah, he's the leader of the Nathrazim of the Burning Legion under the command of Kill Jaden. There you go. He was part of the invasion of Kalimdor, part of the Eternity's End campaigns. He was never available for the user to control at all. Says he's a powerful and cunning Dreadlord. Cool. All right. Yeah, from like Warcraft 3 era, early World of Warcraft stuff. Steve, no. Scouting again, sees the Lings, saves the day. Tichondrius says, I can handle these pathetic slow Zerglings. They are no match for the might of the Burning Legion. And another kill. Oh, speed kicked in just in the nick of time, saving that Zergling. Holy crap. Wait, kill the wounded one. Kill the wounded one. No, Tichondrius. Oh, there were speedlings over here that was distracting. And no, Steve gets picked off too. Oh, having speed this fast is nice. Not so nice. We're going to see an extractor pool opening all the time in TVZ, but still, pretty good stuff. Third base getting thrown down here by Serral. We got ourselves a starport coming in. Nothing too crazy, man. Hellions, Marines. What's funny about Game 1 is that I'm not sure the Widow Mines necessarily paid for themselves. I don't think they did incredible amounts of work, but you know what? It's okay. Because Clem ended up winning that thing regardless. So, saturating the one gas here. Probably going to go for Lair as soon as this Queen finishes. This lines up pretty nicely from Serral. Because obviously it does. Queen's dealing with the Hellion stuff. There you go, 100 gas. Lair. What is your 100 gas for if not for a Lair? Okay, Serral has 100 gas. He's not spending out on anything right now, which I find confusing. He throws down a Baneling Nest, which is only 50 gas. Baneling Nest and a Lair? Okay, I don't know. I don't know what Serral's doing with this gas that he's just kind of letting build up here. For reasons I don't understand. Are you getting Dropper Lords? Do you want to make some Banelings quickly? There's the Lair. Okay, so he does fire it up here. I don't know. I don't know if there's a particular time in this build he wanted it, but I don't feel like he hit it. Look at me second-guessing Serral. I don't know. Sometimes it's easier when watching to see stuff like that than when you're playing. I can tell you that much. Liberator shows up. Man, Liberators are hard to see on the map, especially when they're dark blue like this. Yeah, little Spore repositioning game. Very fun. Ooh, gets another drone. 4 kills on this Liberator. Queen and Spore shots. Oh, is this positioning? Can you hit this from... Ooh, okay, took 2 shots. It takes 3, but 2 brings you down. Very low HP. This is so annoying. This is super annoying to deal with. Hellion's trying to do stuff while distracted, while Serral's distracted. Yeah, see the Spore? Spore. Queen does find a nice angle. Drone goes down. Spore gets a hit. Clem trying not to be too greedy here. But perhaps... This is disgusting. Ugh. Ooh, doesn't take a hit there. Very low HP on this Liberator, but seriously, 5 kills and 51 HP. Feeling good about that. Creeps spread in, 4th basin. Serral is 3rd basin. This Zergling is going to see the timing on it and say, okay, so we're not going for any kind of a crazy 2-base attack on me. If that was the case, getting a 4th base might have been a mistake, but... He knows now that he's okay. Centrifugal Hooks is coming in, 1-1 for the Lings and Banes, and potential Ultras coming in, but we don't make Ultras in this matchup because they're not good. Ghosts are too good, man. Ghosts are just, they counter every tier 3 thing that Zerg has. Broodlords, Ultralisks, Lurkers, they just make them kind of bad. Serral's like, let's get a Speed Baneling timing attack here. Set it up over this way. This Zergling says there's nothing here, but we're, you know, we could put the Banelings here, but let's be extra safe, put them back here instead. Meanwhile, Clem's got an attack coming with tanks. So the Queens are like, oh, we could handle these Marines probably, but not these tanks. Centrifugal Hooks finishing up here in 10 seconds. He's waiting, he's waiting, he's waiting. He's going before speed. Yeah, Zerglings get on top of the siege tank. Baneling, the Baneling speed finishes in the middle of the pack. Middle of the attack here. Good SCV pull. Oh, good split on the SCVs too. The Banelings don't know what to do, and they take down like un-SCV. That was insane by Clem. And he snipes the 4th hatch at the same time on the other side. Liberator covering these Marines too. 7 kills. Did he repair that Liberator? He must have repaired that Liberator. It's the only one out on the map. And none have died. That's definitely it. Queen's fighting, not looking good for the counterattack of Lings getting into the 3rd base, getting into the main base. Problematic. Clem continues to march almost unopposed down here to the south. Queen's not going to fight very well in this situation. Not on their own anyway. The Baneling Nest getting target fired. Serral fighting Lings against SCVs. Marines doing pretty good too. That is cleaned up. 14 SCVs die. Lings and Banes coming back home to try to deal with this. 14 SCVs dead is huge. 65 to 51 workers. Income is favoring Serral heavily right now. But this attack down south is not over yet. Serral says, or is it? And gets a big swing of Queens in here. Tanks getting wiped out. Liberator does end up getting a bunch of kills, but finally gets killed by Queens as it is not microed away in time. Serral's got a new 4th base on the left side. He hasn't really been able to retake the position that he had down here. He's thinking about it, though. More SCVs die. I have no idea to what. Maybe some Zerglings got into the 3rd base. Would not surprise me at all in a game like this. This is crazy, crazy, crazy good. My goodness. And working away on this hatch again. Gosh. They're going to force a cancel on that one. They're just going to kill it. That's a killed hatch. Oh, Clem, the pressure is so good here. Siege tank gets a shot on the Banelings. That's what we like to see out of siege tanks. Exploding those Banelings with its splash damage. Queens kind of trying to hold out here. Still 64 workers from Serral. Hatchery's not happy. This group's like, why are you not? Oh, you are. Okay. Like, why aren't you responding to this? Well, he did eventually. This hatch is at half HP. This hatch died. So that's 2 hatcheries killed. I mean, it counts as a hatch kill if it was at, 20% while it's being constructed and goes down. Whatever. And yeah, I'm trying to keep an eye on this here, but dealing with this medevac stuff when you don't have a Spire is tricky. No Hydras, only Queens. Yeah, Queen anti-air is good, but they don't kill medevacs super quickly necessarily. Not as fast as Hydras or Mutas or Corruptors would. Yeah, this is a largely Queen setup here. Where's the further tech? Serral is just relying so heavily on Ling, Bane, Queen. He's got 2 Baneling nests. I guess he's worried about losing the one at the front of the natural base there, which is an understandable fear. Okay, is it enough? Transfuses on the hatchery to keep it alive. Are you serious? These guys, this little group of dudes, 4 kills, 5 kills, 11 kills, 10 kills. This group is MVP. Serral's putting all of his energy trying to get rid of this group that's threatening. He doesn't quite get rid of it, but he does get rid of some of it. This hatch finishes, but it's at 500 hit points. Not great at all. Clem's pressure continues here. He's not allowing anyone to get on top of these Marines. You got to come at him from a different angle than that, I'm afraid. He covers the backside a little bit. Scanning here would be good, but also that's 1 fewer mule. Ling counterattack into the 3rd base, trying to even up the damage that he's taken here. 5 SCVs go down. Some of that is friendly fire tank splash, as per usual. What do we got? Infestation pit on the way. Ugh. So is there a Hydra Den? A Spire? No. We're going Ling, Bane, Queen, Infestor here, or maybe the Infestation Pit is just for Vipers, not for a Hive, at least not yet. The Infestation Pit provides a lot of value. Widowmine Burrowzane does not shoot. See, that's exactly what Serral's going for here. We can allow Widowmines to show up, but we kill them before they shoot. Hatchery takes another transfuse, try to keep it alive. Marines overextending a little bit. Siege tank does get targeted, but more tanks are here. It's 112 to 66 army supply. That hatch, it's dead. It's dead. I don't know. Siege tank fire is a big force multiplier here. Yep, you fall back, you sack the hatch, you sack the drones. Drones retreating. What on earth just killed 13 SCVs? No, but really, what in the name of all that is holy Baneling attack into the third base. Where do those boys come from? So Serral basically, I don't know if he had enough to kill this anyway, but he kills 13 SCVs. It's 66 to 39 workers, but 108 to 64 army supply. So income has been hugely favoring Serral, but this might be one of those games where that doesn't actually work out. In the end, this Baneling nest is bait. It's like, yeah, why don't you kill this? It's my Baneling nest. He's like, ah ha ha ha. I have another Baneling nest somewhere else. Where on earth? So look, he does kill it, but oh, it's right here. Actually, that's not as defended as I thought it would be. Serral, he's got the economy to hold on here, but I don't know. Did he just not get enough tech? That's a great wipeout on that group. This counterattack of Ling's Widowmine burrows in. They don't like seeing that at all. There's a hive on the way. There are no Vipers. This is Lingbane Queen for 12 minutes. I wonder how much maybe the opening kind of got Serral stuck here, where he went for the extractor pool opening, didn't get anything done with it, really. His economy was hurt, but then he had to make up for the economy, but it slowed his tech. Good game. Well played, Clem. Gets the win. He 2-0s Serral. Some people consider him to be the greatest player of all time, and gets the victory. Absolutely bonkers game there from Clem. What a fantastic display. Wait, stop killing stuff. Stop it. Stop buffing up your numbers here. This is the very, very, very rare game where you see an income tab that looks like this for the Zerg player, and they end up losing. This is such an advantage. But resources lost are 2-1. It's 19,000 resources lost to 11,000 resources lost. That's massive. 14 queens died, 4 hatcheries, 300 Zerglings, and yeah, just never got off of Lingbane Queen tech. So when your Marines have 2-2 and Combat Shield and Stim, when you have Liberators and Siege Tanks and Widow Mines and all this higher tech stuff, and the Zerg players coming at you with Lingbanes and Queens forever, never got a Hydra Den, never got a Roach Warren, never got, was never able to get into Ultralisks, obviously, never got a Lurker Den because there was no Hydra Den. Yeah, you need those Hydras. You need those Vipers. You need something. That was very strange. I do wonder how much of, again, it had to do with the fact that the opening was not as good for Serral, right? The extractor pool is intended to get damage done. He did kill a couple early SCVs. Let's not say he didn't, right? He did. He killed one out on the map. He killed one down here. But it just wasn't what you wanted. And if he was trying to be safe from a proxy barracks opening, that's not what happened. So this may be a bit of a build order disadvantage here from Serral. And then Clem's just macroing his absolute face off, microing his face off. Both players, 500 APM here from Serral, about 450 from Clem. Crazy, crazy stuff. What a great second game. So Clem gets game 2 victory here. Absolutely disgustingly wonderful display of how to play our guy Terran, right? Man. Okay, that was an absolute ton of fun. So, bam. That's going to be it for me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void and a sneaky twofer. Ha 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 ha. You can catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.